Well, it's not looking good for Chevy and GM regarding their 2.7 liter. You can find this engine, this little 4-cylinder in the 2023 Colorado, Silverado 1500, and GMC Sierra 1500. They sold a ton of these engines. General Motors has issued a customer satisfaction program. Here's the number, I'll stick it in the description. We'll replace the engines for free in the 2023 Colorado, Silverado, and Sierra trucks. It's titled Block Main Oil Gallery Hot Core Pin Casting Defect after discovering the 2023 Chevrolet and engine blocks were manufactured with cracks. Boy, this is terrible. Goes on to say GM didn't provide any details about the program, but free engine replacements will be available until March 31st, 2026. It's interesting. I mean, I'm assuming that their new engine blocks won't have the same issue, right? I mean, what kind of quality process are they going to use? The same one that allowed all of these through the assembly line? Probably. See, things like this bug me from these manufacturers. This describes this engine program as General Motors is instructing Chevy and GMC dealers to perform the replacements at no charge until March 31st, 2026. Beginning April 1st, 2026, any applicable warranties will apply. So if you bought a truck and you've driven it for 5 years and passed 60,000 miles and your engine block cracks due to this issue, you're screwed. I just think they could have maybe extended it a little bit more, you know, had a little leeway there, or maybe had some stipulation where you'd have a longer warranty if they could identify that was in fact the problem with some of these. You know, it's going to happen past 60,000 for some people, and they're not going to know about this. 2026 is 2 years away. Now, I had to go searching on the web because I wanted to try to find out where this defect is happening and if you could actually maybe see it visibly from the outside of the block. But then I thought about the wording and I didn't think that it was possible. And I, sure enough, found another guy, you know, the block main oil gallery hot core pin casting defect. He said the same thing. This sounds like an internal defect. How are they going to even determine that your engine has a problem other than by VIN and maybe years, you know, where they can identify when that cast was used and then identify the VINs that were manufactured by that? That's probably the only way they could do it at this point. Doesn't give me a lot of confidence, though, if I was one of the Colorado or Silverado, Sierra, even Canyon owners. I think Canyon owners thought they were in the clear from this for some reason, but I can't imagine that General Motors would have produced the Canyon engines, the same engine in a different factory, but maybe. I don't know. That's weird. And if you received a letter like this, it's interesting that it does say that they have a program to prevent this condition, or if it has occurred, to fix it. Obviously, if it has occurred, they're going to fix it, but sounds like they'll even be able to swap the engine for you, you know, to prevent failure so that you're not out on the road or in the mountains or something and have it failed. So that's good, I guess. And just doing a quick search on the Colorado, I didn't find any owners reporting this, at least on car complaints or in TSB data. And likewise, didn't find anything on the Silverado that really aligns to the same problem. The Sierra I found seems like more lifter problems with a 5.3, so not really the same issue. So I guess the silver lining is I don't see a lot of data or people online actually having these problems. Maybe it's General Motors actually being proactive. I don't really know. You don't find a lot of TSB data. You don't see a lot of forum posts about this, so it's not like a huge problem that they've been ignoring and they finally got enough pressure. But it is going to hurt their brand for sure. This gets released, and you can see here, I mean, you've got people that just purchased a Chevy Colorado and they're saying, oh, they're starting to regret their purchase now 2 weeks ago. And this really goes for all of these new vehicles, right? The Tacoma just had, saw on TFL Truck the other day, it was either the transfer case or something in the front diff snapped and they lost four-wheel drive up in the mountains in a brand new Tacoma. So it's not just Chevy and GM. It seems like all of these new vehicles are just, I don't know, they ride really nice, they look really nice, but they feel like cheap crap, and everything's just slimmed down aluminum alloys all the way through and through. And I don't think it lasts as long as the old tech. And we're going to see that play out over the next 5 years. So if you got an old car, good for you. That's it for this one.